guys, welcome to the video, and we're going to do a full portfolio update today for you. It's been a couple of months since I've done my last one. It's basically because I'm having a nightmare with selling the house still. If you've seen some of my other videos, it's 5 months on and it's still not sold yet. It's sold a few times actually, but it's fell through. This time I'm hopefully a few weeks away. I know I said that in the last video, but I'm really hoping it is this time, and I get my nice chunk of money out the house. But yeah, for now I'm still paying for 2 places at the minute. So the reason I haven't done an update on the portfolio is because I've not been adding to it really. The last 2 months have been pretty steady. But what I can do is show you how the market has been against my portfolio, show you the dividends that have come in. So as you can see on the screen, the portfolio is currently standing at £4,391 over 16 investments. So getting up to the 4,500 mark, it's not too bad in the dividend portfolio. I have been adding to the ISA still, the growth portfolio. We'll take a look at that afterwards. You can see though I'm still not very happy with GlaxoSmithKline being my biggest position. LTC have been creeping up as well at 7.9% of my portfolio. It's basically just because that has been down quite a bit lately, and with a 6% dividend yield, I've really had the opportunity to try and get my average purchase price down on that, which is increasing the position size. There's some good news from Old Republic International as well. Again, another special dividend coming out. I'm absolutely amazed at that. One just came out in January, so this year they're going to have 2 special dividends. So that makes, I think, 6 or 7 special dividends in the last 5 years, which is absolutely amazing. I love Old Republic International, it's just absolutely awesome. So yeah, we're going to have a look at all of these. So let's jump straight in at 3M. So for 3M, it's actually gone down 4% in the last 3 months. This is something I want to buy some more shares of. With it being so expensive at nearly $200, it's not something that I can just top up with dividends. So I'm going to have to wait for a certain amount of money in my account before I can do that. But I've got 2 shares, I want to increase that. My position overall is pretty good though, at 12% up. It's okay. It's bringing in those dividends for me. It's bringing in 3.5% dividend. And it's if you look at the actual chart overall, it's a pretty good chart from where I bought in, so I'm pretty happy with where I am on that. AbbVie, another one I want to keep on buying, but again, it's not so cheap on its own. I've got 3 shares of it at the minute. Over the last 3 months, it's actually gone up 6.5%, which is good, and overall I'm up over 22% on it. So yeah, it's a really good growth company for me. That's giving me a nice 4.4% dividend yield as well. So good dividend, good growth. AbbVie is definitely one that I want to add to later on, as soon as I can really. Apple we move on to next. Again, it's had a pretty good 3 months, up 18.5%. And overall I'm up 20.6%. So yeah, it's just one of those very low dividend yields. Actually, we can take a look, 0.7%, but I'm not worried about that. It's a growth company that's going to give a bigger dividend as the years go on. AT&T over the last 3 months has took a dive, hasn't it? Down 8.8%, and actually overall, as you can see on the screen, I'm down over 10% again. I was actually in the green at some point on this, and then the news hit, obviously, and we all know what happened with AT&T. But I mean, it's still giving out a 7.5% dividend right now, and I'm not too worried about the splitting up of certain assets with AT&T. A lot of people either love it or hate this company, and because it has a lot of love and hate, a lot of hate gets mentioned. But the way I see it is AT&T is breaking off into 2 different directions. It's going to bring in a lot more money to decrease the debt, and yes, the dividend is going to get lowered to possibly 4 or 5%, but you know, who's not happy with 4 or 5% anyway? It's not a major issue for me, and I get more dividends in a different company which I can either keep or sell, and then to reinvest back into AT&T to get that dividend back up overall for me. but it is taking a bit of a rough time at the minute. And I think I'm just gonna, although I'm not gonna sell AT&T, I don't particularly want to increase it either. I'm just happy to let that just flow through and see what happens. Coca-Cola, the last 3 months, it's been pretty flat, 0.3% growth. Up and down again. 6.5% up overall, though. Coca-Cola is just one of those stocks that I'm going to hold forever, really. GlaxoSmithKline. Wow, after being in the red for so long, I'm actually up over 8% at the minute, which I'm really happy about. And I'm thinking about selling some of the profits off. It's up over 11. Well, it's up about 11% for the last 3 months. This is one of those companies, though. If you look at the overall, it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. And yeah, I was down quite a lot for a long time, which I did manage to average down quite a lot, and it now is on an upward turn. It does give a decent dividend though, 6.6%. It's not to be sniffed at on the dividend. It's just that the graph overall is so all over the place. I don't know what to do with it. I was going to keep it, then I was going to sell it, and then I'm going to keep it, then I'm going to sell it. I think I'm going to keep it, but it, like I said at the very start of the video, it is taking up 10% of my portfolio, which is far too much that I'm comfortable with. So while it's up, I'm just going to leave it, and as I increase the other positions, this position will get smaller in the portfolio. Johnson & Johnson then, pretty flat again over the 3 months, 2.3% growth, but I am up 11.3% overall since I started buying it. Again, this is one of those expensive companies that most people have in their portfolios that I can't just top up with dividends that I get through. I have to put some money into the account to actually purchase it. I do want to purchase more shares, just getting the money to do that really, putting the money in. Legal & General then has been down nearly 5% these last 3 months. It's taken a bit of a dip. I am still up 40% though on the position, which is quite a lot to be up, although I was up a lot more than that at one point. But yeah, it's just, I'm not going to sell it. It has a good dividend yield again. If you take a look at this dividend yield, 6.7%. It's another one of those larger dividends that I have in my portfolio. So I'm going to keep adding to that one, hopefully. I've got no intention of selling it. And, you know, 40% up. It was up a lot more than that. I'm sure it will go up even more again. So LTC, one of my favourite dividend stocks, it's taken a bit of a nosedive, 13% down these last 3 months. Ouch, that's quite a lot. And overall, I'm down 11.5%. It is what it is. I do love the company still. It's a monthly paying dividend stock. And again, it's a 6.4% dividend yield. It's another really good dividend yield. And while it's down 11.5% overall in my portfolio, this is the one that I'm going to add to average down. If I can get that average price down from, you know, that 37 mark, if I can get that down closer to the 35, I'd be happy with that. So yeah, it can stay down for a while if it wants until I get some money sorted. I'll keep buying some more to average my price down. Microsoft then, over the last 3 months, has had a 20% increase, and overall my position is nearly 36%. This is one of the stocks that I wish I'd have bought more of, but at $300 a share, again, it's not one of the stocks I can just purchase outright straight away whenever I want to. I actually purchased this one share that I've got when I did the £1,000 challenge. But yeah, a 35% growth on that is astonishing. It's getting a little expensive now, I must admit, so that's something to be careful of. I don't want to buy this at this sort of price range right now, but hopefully if it dips, I should be able to get some. I mean, if we look at the chart of Microsoft, you can just see it's absolutely crazy. You can see where I got in at and where it is now. Yeah, it's doing really well, but I don't want to particularly buy any more at that price at the minute. Old Republic International. This and LTC are my two favourites. This is a quarterly paying stock. The last 3 months it's been pretty flat, But overall, I am up 50% on this stock. And like I was saying a bit earlier on as well, it's issuing another special dividend out this month, as well as the one we had in January and the one the year before that and the year before that. The one in January, I believe, was $1 a share special dividend, as well as your normal dividend as well. And I believe this one coming this month is a $1.50 special dividend. And at 16 shares, that's like $20 plus for me. So, and I've got the dividend on top of that. The dividend itself is 5.5% as it is on its own. So I've got 50% growth in a year. I've got a 5.5% dividend, and I've got those special dividends that happen at least once a year. Again, Old Republic International is one of those stocks I just can't understand why I don't see other people on YouTube buying it or talking about it. Hey, if it wants to remain a little secret for myself, that's fine. But yes, that is actually the best dividend stock I own, I think. Raytheon Technologies, the last 3 months, is actually down 3.5%. But overall, again, I'm up 31%. It's a nice growth stock. It gives me a nice little dividend of 2.4%, but it is a growing dividend every year. And yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm happy it keeps growing. I'm going to add to it, get more in the position. And it's one of those that's going to increase the dividend every year for me. So I'll get a better value as the years go on. Realty income then, last 3 months, minimal growth really, 5%. Overall, I'm only 14% up on the position. It is a monthly dividend. I do like the monthly dividends. I like them coming in like that. And it's 4.4%, so it's a pretty standard to good dividend that comes in every month for me. I think pretty much most people have got realty income in their dividend portfolio. Royal Dutch Shell. I'm still a big fan of this. Up 12.5% the last 3 months. And my position is nearly 40% up since I bought it. Again, it's got a nice dividend of nearly 4%, 3.8%, and it just keeps on paying out for now. It's fine. It's got a lot of growth to go back. If we look at the overall chart, you can see where the situation happened, and it dropped, and it never really recovered. It never had a chance to recover. It just kept dipping even lower, and I did take advantage of that. I bought quite a few more shares to my portfolio, and I really got my average price down, and then it started going up again, and a lot of people sold out there. I remember a lot of people on YouTube saying, right, now I'm selling my Royal Dutch Shell, I'm back in the green, I'm going to sell it. Well, for me, I still think it's got a lot of recovery to go. If I'm 40% up at this point, you know, I genuinely believe it will get up to peaks again. Now, overall, the oil industry, I do want to get out of it, but I'm happy to hold this for 3 to 5 years, let the price recover, sell it at a really good price, reap the reward of that high dividend yield in the meantime, and then reinvest it into a greener company later on. But for now, I'm happy to hold Royal Dutch Shell. Then I've got my 2 ETFs, Vanguard FTSE 100, pretty flat over the 3 months, 2% growth. I am 16.5% up overall. And if we look at the Vanguard FTSE All World High Dividend, again, pretty flat, 1.8% up over the 3 months, but I am 16% up. Actually, that is uncanny. They are both 16.24% up on both ETFs, which is quite strange, I've just noticed. But yeah, they bring in a decent dividend. And it's a slow, steady growth. It's just a bit of backup, really, from my main individual stock picks. So that's my 16 investments over the last 3 months and how they've been performing overall. Let's jump over to the ISA and we'll have a look at the growth portfolio. Okay, so we're in the growth portfolio, guys. My current account is £1,562.98p. As you can see, for the last month, it's been up and down. If we look at the 3 month chart, it's been even worse. I am gradually putting blocks in every now and again. But yeah, we did have a really big sell-off a couple of weeks ago, but luckily they have just about recovered. So let's go down. I'm not going to go through all of these because, as you know, some of these are my monthly build-up stocks. And we're just going to go through the ones that I've actually invested some money in. So the first one's Alibaba. Alibaba is taking a huge hit, isn't it? I mean, the last 3 months it's down 25% of its value. It's absolutely crazy, and you can see where it's down nearly 50% for the year. That's just absolutely astonishing, and that's all come from bad news in China. I genuinely do believe that this is just a bargain. I would love to add more money in if I could. I'm actually down 31% on the position overall. I still think it is a steal. If we look at the maximum chart, you can see how, it got up to over $300 a share at its highest point. I just think at $160 is absolutely disgusting, the price. And all I need, if I just bought one more share, I would get my average price down to the 200 mark, and that would be a steal for Alibaba. It really would. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. DraftKings is my other position that I buy into. Again, it's had a good 3 months, 19% up in the last 3 months. I'm up 15% overall. I did buy this one quite at a high point. I think I bought it around here somewhere. And then it dropped down for quite a while, which it's just coming back up into profit now for me. So I'm up 15% overall. I still think it's got a long way to go. As it opens up in the different states of America, I mean, I think it's only in 4 or 5 states. It's profitable in 2. But as they open up to all those other states in America, this has just got such a lot of growth to go on it. I'm super excited with that. S4 Capital. Wow, what can I say about S4 Capital? This is my best UK growth stock. In the last 3 months alone, it's grown nearly 50%, 44% odd. And overall, I'm up 65%. I was up more at one point. I don't know when I'm going to sell this just yet, but I'm not there yet. 65% growth in under a year is astonishing. I'm really super happy about that. And we'll see where it goes. I'd love to increase my position. It's doing so well now that I don't really want to buy any more on average up. I'm just happy to keep what I've got and see where it goes. Skills, on the other hand, is complete opposite to S4 Capital. Last 3 months, it's down nearly 40%. And overall, I'm down 22.5%. Now, if we look at the bigger chart on this, it did reach, over $43 at one point. And it's back down at sort of IPO prices, which is absolutely crazy. This company is growing so much. It got included with all the hype stops of YouTube, and unfortunately, when that hype action went away, which it did do, this got blown away with it. And I truly think that with the growth it's having, I think it will just be a matter of time before people come back into this company. So yeah, it is on a massive down dip at the minute. But I tell you what, I am going to be buying this heavy when I get some money free. When I eventually get some money free, I'll be buying it heavy. While it's this low, I'm going to be loading up, and this is going to make me a fortune in a couple of years, so that's okay. So guys, as you can see, the reason I didn't really post anything the last couple of months, July and August, is pretty much because I've not really bought anything. This is from my dividends that came in. I managed to buy another LTC. But at the minute, it's just so hard. I am back at work as normal, but paying for 2 properties is just killing my money situation. I can't wait to get that damn property sold and done with. But yeah, I've not really added anything into it, so that's why I've not been posting the updates as much. If we go on to the second sheet though, the dividends have been coming in pretty well. All on time and all as scheduled. £13.63 for July, and this last month is just finishing, £9.83. September and October look like they're going to be some pretty decent payouts, especially with £20 or so of that Old Republic International that's going to be coming in September with the original dividend as well. You see the $1 got me £8.67 in January. That was a special dividend as well. Obviously I only owned so many shares. I own a lot more shares now. So I'll be getting the £2 regular payment as well as maybe the £20 on top, which is really going to boost those dividends. So if we look overall then, so far this year for my dividend portfolio, I am up £500, and yeah, it's a 58.37% return on investment this year. So although last year was pretty low at 13.12%, you know, still better than the average market, by the way. But lessons learned for that first year. Second year, much better, 58%, and overall I'm up 24% on my dividend portfolio, which I'm absolutely chuffed about, which that's only going to go up as the dividends start rolling in. So super happy about that. Nothing came in August, no free shares. I haven't been using the link. Don't know if it's even still closed or not. And 983 dividends along with the 1363, and I'm up 58%, which is fantastic this year. If we take a very quick look at the growth portfolio then, £100 been added in the last 2 months. I've got a few dividends, basically from MasterCard and Apple, I believe they were from. But yeah, so far this year I'm up £212.98 in the growth portfolio from 1,350 invested, which is a 15.78% return on investment. So my growth portfolio this year is up 15.78%, and my dividend portfolio this year is up 58.37%, which is ridiculous. I just want to thank you guys for watching so much, really appreciate it. I know I don't post as often as I should do. I do try, and I should really change that and post more. I really appreciate it though. If you just interact with the video, that'd be absolutely awesome. Like, share, subscribe, that would be awesome as well. Thanks for watching, I really appreciate your time, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.